Hello from the Mazuma Stadium, Morecambe, where myself, Stuart Watson and Mike Bacon have just seen Ipswich come from behind to win 2-1. Never in doubt, was it?
Never in doubt. Well, yeah, was very much, wasn't it? I mean, pretty poor first half for Ipswich Town, to be perfectly honest. Lacked a bit of intensity. Morecambe were really at it. We're all sort of sitting at half time. Obviously, Morecambe had taken a lead. Talk about the goal in a minute, but it was a tricky first half, and one that really at half time there was a little bit of angst. I'll use that word, Stu, a little bit of angst among ourselves and perhaps many Town fans as well, that this could be the banana skin that we had dreaded. We'll talk about the comeback in a minute, but that was pretty much the first half, wasn't it, Stu?
Yeah. Ipswich not at it, but full credit to Morecambe, as you say, a side down at the bottom fighting for their lives, down on their luck. I think eight senior players out today, off-field issues up for sale and everything, but they came out fighting today, and Kieran McKenna said it caught him a little bit by surprise that their man-for-man press caught Ipswich by surprise a little bit. Took them a little while to get to grips with that, but Ipswich just couldn't settle, couldn't get any rhythm, couldn't get their passing game going at all, and then Morecambe go and nick a goal from a set piece. Kieran McKenna says it's one that they could probably try 100 more times and not repeat. It's one that they've tried to flip a free kick in over the top. It's fallen short. The guys kind of adapted to flick the ball on and then first time volley into the roof of the net, and Ipswich were behind. There's been a bit of talk about offside. I've not seen that back yet thus far, but Ipswich were behind at half time, and yeah, that was a Christian Walton error that led to the free kick, which led to it as well. Sloppy pass out the back, and there we had it. Half time, Ipswich 1-0 down. But there'd been a few little signs towards the back end of that half that Ipswich were just starting to get to grips with it. Bit of a tactical switch, wasn't there? Carl Edwards moved from the right to the left. John Jules went a bit further forwards. Lee Evans hit the post just before half time, and then second half they came out like a different team, didn't they?
You're right, the first half finished quite well for Town, but really that was more the kick up the backside from the goal, I think, that suddenly jerked them into action, But yeah, the second half, Stu, I mean, you can be critical of the first half, but you've got to give them praise for the second half. That was a really good second half performance. I know, Morecambe are down at the bottom. They're hampered by so many injuries. They could only name 5 subs, etc., but I thought Ipswich showed a lot of class in that second half, a lot of mental strength as well, because they came at it from the off. I mean, I think they hit the bar on the post twice in the first 5 minutes before the 2 penalties, which again we'll talk about in a minute. But overall, that was a really good second half. Why didn't do it in the first half? That wasn't the sort of the outlook in the first half. I have no idea. They just had it from the off, literally from the kick-off. They're straight at Morecambe. Loved it, and yeah, they got the 2 goals. Could have had 3, probably could have had 4, but.
Yeah, I think within seconds of that restart, Carl Edwards had curled one against the post. One of their defenders headed against his own crossbar. That pressure ramped up right from the off, didn't it? And that pressure eventually told with Ipswich winning. First of all, equalising through George Edmondson meeting a Leif Davis corner on the run. Nice little side-footed finish. First time.
Thought Edmondson was good today, by the way.
Again,
I thought very good today. I gave him 7 out of 10, I think, on Tuesday night, and got a bit of a you weren't watching the game sort of syndrome, But I thought he was good today, and score a goal was that equalising goal was so crucial at that time. Yeah. I mean, what a time! 8 minutes in the second half, and suddenly it's all Town, isn't it?
Funny enough, we spoke to him pre-match ahead of this game, and he was talking about his FIFA stats, and he wasn't too happy about his shooting stats on there.
Well, they'll have gone up. They'll have gone up, Stu. If you reset your old FIFA tonight, Fridge's stats will have gone up.
Yeah, maybe. So they get themselves level 1-1, and then it's a tale of 2 penalties, isn't it? Yeah. And Ipswich's pressure told with the first one. Carl Edwards dart inside from the left, gets tripped. No question marks over there. No real appeals from Morecambe players. Connor Chaplin steps up and he's saved, and it's Connor Ripley, the man who had in the build-up to this spoke about Morecambe needing to be nasty and brutal and all the things they actually were in the first half. But he got a bit of stick off the Town fans behind that goal before the game, and then he makes the save, dives to his left to keep out Chaplin's penalty. Not the best penalty, not the worst, but it's goes down as a good save. And that adds to the feeling, it's going to be another one of those frustrating days. But less than 10 minutes later, another penalty. Caden Jackson's pace wins it. Their defender dives in. Again, no real complaints, I don't think, from a Morecambe perspective. And this time it's Lee Evans who takes the ball, and emphatic finish. Keeper guesses the right way, but stood no chance.
No, good. No, it was a tale of two penalties, Stu, as you rightly
I've said
lent.
that.
You lent. Oh, yeah, but you said to me during the match
Yeah,
as well,
I've
didn't
just
you?
said it already on this video.
Well, you said to me again. You said it 3 or 4 times, and I mean, and I've actually used it in my copy because I thought it was such a good line. But no, it was, and yeah, Connor Chaplin. Yeah, it weren't a bad penalty, I didn't think. Ripley loved it, didn't he? I mean, he was up giving it the old worry, you know. I mean, Ipswich fans had been giving him some stick, and then suddenly saves a penalty. Oh, good. But then Evans, great penalty, took that really well. Spoke to Lee Evans afterwards, by the way. He went to take the first one, apparently. Went to get the ball, and then remembered that Chaplin was a penalty taker.
Okay.
But then he's explained that he wanted to take the pressure off Chaplin for the second one, and so give it here. You know, he said it had been a hard one for Connor, then take a second time in that environment, and he's probably quite right. But good penalty from Evans, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Enjoyed that. Good penalty. Thumped at home. And really, did you think? I didn't ever think Morecambe were going to equalise. They had a little.
I wouldn't go that far. There was still a bit of a. It was only ever going to come from a bit of an aerial bombardment. There was some long throws, some long balls into the box. A couple of times where they rode their luck a little bit.
Yeah. Stockton had one near the end, didn't he? Sort of just.
Yeah, he sort of muscled Danassian off the ball and stabbed one wide, and it wasn't without its nervy little moments, but overall I think Ipswich just about deserved that win today. This definitely goes down as a successful sides find a way to win when they're not at their best, and at the end of a really busy week, both physically and mentally, all of that effort that had gone into those home wins in front of big crowds to come all this way and find a way to win, I think says a lot about the mentality of this group. Still second in the table because Plymouth won again today, but already there's an 11-point cushion to 7th opened up, which looks quite nice, doesn't it?
I think it's been a big week for Ipswich Town, this, Stu. 3 different games, 3 big wins. Portsmouth was just a fantastic atmosphere, wasn't it? Rah, can we at last beat a top side? Yes. Cambridge, very frustrating night, be patient. Can we beat them? Yes. Can we find a way? Morecambe come here, physical side, take the lead. Can we come back from being behind? Yes. Lots of questions answered this week. I mean, they must be heading back down the M6, the Town boys in the bus, really delighted with this week. Kieran McKenna particularly, and we are as well, Stu. We're delighted as well, and particularly as we had fish and chips at lunchtime as well, didn't we, Stu? So we're going to celebrate tonight as well, are we?
Yes, if you say so. Yeah, I'll find out what establishments Mike Bacon's going to take me to.
Don't worry.
Home to Lincoln next weekend. Do you want to finish this off with your best Eric Morecambe pose? We didn't make it to the statue.
We didn't make the statue in the end, but I think it goes something like that.
Get the heel in.
That.
Perfect. Let's finish it there. See you next time.